What's up, you guys? This is the Authentic Empress. It is currently 3 o'clock on the dot. Y'all, when I say I am literally sitting at my desk, okay, to give you guys this message, this download, 3 o'clock on the dot. So, I'm gonna talk about this so I can get some rest. For the last couple of days, I've been hearing nobody wins when the family feuds. Okay. Now, personally, I have some old Jay-Z throwback faves, just like anyone else. Um, I think one of my favorite songs by Jay-Z is, I think it's Champion or Lost Ones. I don't know, one or the other. But I'm mentioning that because I don't fuck with Jay-Z. You feel me? I don't really fuck with Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Because of the truths about what he's really into, what he really does behind the scenes, But nobody wins when a family feuds. So there's definitely a family feuding about something here. Okay, so we're gonna tap in and see what that's about. I did get a few other downloads, but I do want to pull from this new batch of cards that I wrote yesterday and see what comes out, and also pull some tarot in regards to this family feuding energy, and then I'll move into the other downloads that I got. Okay. So this could have something to do with a duo within a family. This could have something to do about with family friends, two people that work together, or a relationship with that 202, or something significant that people were relying on in order to build or maintain a structure. Okay, so anyway, let's start with the index cards and see what come out about this family feud energy, y'all. So I can go to sleep. So the first card, it says, you know how to transmute energy. You not going. Okay, you could be a younger feminine. Okay, but a family is feuding in regards to a younger feminine. Um, a younger feminine could be feuding with the family. There could be a family feuding with a younger feminine or about a younger feminine. Okay, there's some type of, I want to say, argumentative or conflicting energy in regards to you knowing how to transmute energy and you not going about something, or you not falling for something. You're not, you're basically not about to I'm about to make up a word, y'all. Misinvest your energy. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar with this phrase, I'm not going, this could just be pertaining to you not going somewhere, like demographically, or like traveling somewhere. Or this could be pertaining to the newer meaning of this term of, yeah, like you not with it, like you not here for it, you feel me, like you not fucking with it. Okay, and you know how to transmute energy. So that was the first three cards that come out. A person with fetal alcohol syndrome. So this could be a younger feminine who is a person with FAS, okay? Fetal alcohol syndrome. There's something significant about somebody being fast or something happening fast, okay? It's only up from here. So, okay. there's something significant about you transmuting energy fast or quickly, okay, and you not being naive or you not falling for something here. You transmute energy quickly and it's only up from here. There's something about you ascending quickly, okay? And these people or someone here is unable to siphon your energy, okay? This could be a younger feminine with fetal alcohol syndrome that was meant to that was supposed to be able to siphon your energy, but they're unable to because of something that you've transmuted, okay? All right. So this is somebody who's in the sunken place. Oh, maybe you were supposed to be in the sunken place by now, and these people were supposed to be able to siphon your energy while you're in the sunken place. But there's something about, and this is going to trigger some people, you literally being above this shit, okay? With this, it's only up from here, so you're literally levitating or resurrecting from something here, okay? So that means that whatever tactics that's been used to cause you to descend is manifesting in these people's lives or a particular person's life, okay? Yeah, the sunken place. Can't pay them back and now they're panicking. Alright. So realizing how uniquely wise you are. So let's pull some tarot in regards to nobody wins when the family feuds. Now, here's the thing about what I heard Spirit say to me about that. Because I can't necessarily agree. Like, I'm literally hearing, I beg to differ. I beg to differ, okay? And the way that I'm getting at is nobody wins when a family feuds unless you're chosen, unless you're God's child. Nobody wins when a family feuds unless you're God's child. This is giving me the scripture about mothers turning against daughters, fathers turning against their sons, and, parents don't provoke your children, and, children don't it's giving me those scriptures. So there could be something significant about a family provoking you, your parents provoking you, to you retracting or withdrawing your energy, like pulling your energy back. Okay, maybe there's something significant about gaslighting here. You being able to transmute gaslighting from your parents, from your family. Okay. And so they're no longer able to siphon your energy, or if there's been an entity living amongst them, dwelling within them, or attached to the bloodline that's been using your parents, okay, or you using a guardian to siphon your energy through some form of deflection, narcissism, gaslighting, you've mastered transmuting this energy and you've ascended from that. So you're no longer, they can no longer, or this entity can no longer use that to siphon your energy, okay? Or keep you in some type of sunken place, put you back into a sunken place. I even heard like put you or lock you inside of some type of cage here. Okay, so maybe there's this energy of you seeming as if you were trapped and you constantly breaking out. I'm even thinking about this story, The Handmaid's Tale, or no, the handless woman or something, where she was the only child and the devil was sent to her father, because there was something about him, a stagnation in growth in regards to wealth and finances, them facing some type of financial crises. And the devil basically offered him a deal, and the deal involved him giving up his daughter or trading in his daughter for wealth, okay? But he had a prosperous tree, in the yard or at the home. And the thing was, he was tricked into giving up his daughter to the devil. And the way that he was tricked is because the tree was in the backyard. He didn't know that his daughter was in the backyard at the time when the devil basically said, I will give you this wealth, endless finances, help you be able to pay your bills, get that ring that you want to get for your wife, you know, really be the man that you're supposed to be, or that you desire to be when it comes to being that provider and that protector. If only you let me have what's in your backyard. Now, the father assumed that the devil was referring to the tree, because this was a fruitful tree where he was able to gain a sort of profit from this tree from neighbors and, fellow locals in his neighborhood. But he didn't realize his daughter was in the backyard at the time, which is what the devil was referring to. And so once he figured that out, he basically had to come up with a way to try and protect his daughter, because by word he had already sold her out or traded her in to the devil. But there were certain things that they were doing, like to prevent the devil from being able to basically gain access to her. Like they were blocking access by drawing a circle around her. Y'all know, like in spiritual warfare protection, or people do it with exorcisms and stuff like that. When they draw a circle, I'm even seeing the SpongeBob episode, that big ass fish that was hunting him, and when they drew a circle or a square or some shit around them, no, when they drew the circle around them, the fish wasn't able to cross that circle, okay, in order to attack them. So there was something significant about that. But the girl, oh yeah, it's something about her not cleaning. I can't remember if it was like her not cleaning or her needing to be dirty, but she would clean herself. Like, the dirtier she was, the easier it was for the devil to basically break through that barrier put around her and actually, like, snatch her up and shit. But yeah, because he basically, every time he would come back to collect her, there was something preventing him from collecting her, okay, because it's some type of divine or pure energy, right? And so he would command the father to organize certain things so that she would basically be impure enough for the devil to take of her. So she stopped bathing at her father's command and stuff like that, because there was some type of ultimatum, whatever the word is, ultimatum, where if he was not able to successfully get the daughter, like the deal they originally sealed, then basically he would kill his wife, or no, he would kill off the entire family. So the daughter kind of wanted to protect her family too, and so she kind of humbly went along with it, even though she didn't really want to go with the devil. You know what I'm saying? So she stopped bathing while she was, in this circle, this, that, and the third. But she would weep and she would cry and cry and cry and cry through the night. And so her tears would literally wash off or clean off the dirt, the muck, and the mud off her body. And so the devil still couldn't take her, right? But anyway, we're going to leave that there. So this could have everything to do with how you was transmuting this energy. Like, you just purifying your emotions, detoxing yourself, your soul, your mind, your body from stored or like heavy emotional energy. There could be something significant about yoga, stretching, mobility training, exercise, working out, going out in nature, listening to meditation music, okay, doing some type of noble work that also contributes to transmuting energy. doing something in the name of a divine cause or purpose, but heavy emphasis on detoxing emotionally, like crying those tears, and releasing the sorrow, right, and being able to transmute some type of pain that way. And this, basically putting a death to whatever has been like being like a prison warden to you inside of this cage, this imprisonment, like this stuck stagnant energy. Okay, you got, it's only up from here. Okay, some of you guys, you already tapped into this wisdom and knowledge directly through source. Others of you aligned and connected with whom you were meant to align and connect with, and this person kind of helped confirm to you that it is actually wise to cry, is wise to release these emotions, okay, and basically help you understand the wisdom of nature, okay, when it comes to rain and water and oceans, and the necessity of water and cleansing, okay, purification when it comes to crying, okay. Those emotional storms, embracing the storms, okay, and having this optimism towards the rainbow after the storm, right? How good it feels, you know, just different things like that. The growth from the plants, and just being able to identify the silver lining, and this giving you like a glimpse of hope, or you literally feeling the effects of releasing suppressed energy, okay? So, the sunken place. All right, I'm gonna pull a little bit of tarot on this family feud energy. Okay, let's see. You got the Seven of Swords in the reverse. So some type of sneak betrayals, like that's what it's giving. Like, um, these betrayals are not hidden to you. It's not second thought. It's not, you're far past this energy of benefit of the doubt, giving the benefit of the doubt. Okay, when you suspect that something that somebody said, something that somebody did, something they didn't say, something they didn't do, okay, was with every intent to harm you or slight you some type of way, or like get under your skin, trigger you, okay, stagnate you, have you in your head and shit, or put you in this energy of feeling like you need to be a people pleaser, you need to overgive, you need to overprove yourself, okay, because this is how these people was siphoning your energy by keeping you in this sunken place. Now, the way that this sunken place is coming through in this message is you just being in darkness, like you being in confusion about what's actually going on, like with these people, okay. So there was a lot of illusions and confusion around why they were showing up a certain type of way with you, against you, why you were constantly being met with this type of energy, like within your family, or like just throughout, growing up and shit like that. I spoke with a client yesterday, and they was telling me how horrible, their parents were, and how grateful he is for his grandfather, his grandparents or whatever. And how for a long time he was confused whether or not his grandfather actually loved him, because I guess he didn't just outright say it all the time. You get what I'm saying? But it was about how he showed up for him. He also mentioned how his grandfather was kicked out of his house, his parents, at 12 years old. So as he, shared some more of his story with me, there was a heavy emphasis on perseverance, like him being able to persevere when met with challenges that challenge his integrity, and standing up for what's right, no matter the potential loss, okay, no matter people trying to stand firm on deception and challenge him with the truth, okay, whether this pertained to literal laws, okay, whether money was involved, status was involved, like he just always stood on business, like, and now he works for himself. Now he lives on these all these acres, this huge acres of land. You feel me? He got, he gets to go out and enjoy just peace every day. He can choose peace every day. Happy, happy wife, happy life, beautiful children, and, horses, all type of shit. But he mentioned how it took a lot. He was tested a lot, and how he used to struggle with vengeance, like just wanting to take vengeance for himself, like when people legitimately were wrong in situations. You get what I'm saying? And how he had to, like, really make room for God to be God, his spirit team to be his spirit team. And he mentioned how, because this is a person who's a prophetic dreamer, right? He's always been very sensitive, like when it comes to dreams. And he was saying how his grandfather would visit him and communicate to him. And he felt like his grandfather didn't really leave him much. He did invest in him when it came to like his paramedic career. But what I said, what your grandfather gifted you, which is what people don't realize is also a part of divine inheritance outside of finances, is certain attributes, character traits, okay, that not everybody in the bloodline is receptive to. So, for example, the fact that his grandfather had that perseverance energy, he literally had everything working against him. Like, he was thrown out of the house at 12 years old to fend for himself. You know what I'm saying? And if he didn't strive, if he didn't continue, if he didn't believe in himself and keep going and keep pushing himself, my client wouldn't be alive. You get what I'm saying? And yes, it sucks that my client's parents were abusive as hell. He will wake up in the morning and his mother would be smacked down on the floor, beat the fuck up by his own father. And he was witnessing that. You get what I'm saying? So again, not everybody in the bloodline is receptive to other forms of divine inheritance that leads to more wealth, financial wealth, and abundance. You get what I'm saying? Such as perseverance, right? There's many ways that these energies can manifest, especially, based on the intention or the lack of healing, the lack of receptivity to the spirit of God, to truth, integrity, edification. You get what I'm saying? So, which leads me to this next download. Okay. So, this other download that I was getting is, there is somebody who was playing some type of emotional, manipulative, confusing, masquerading as if they care, they're concerned for somebody's health, and I'm trying to downplay you and your emotions, your relevance in a situation, for the simple fact that they wanted that person for themselves. Okay? This is somebody who felt empowered by seeing somebody dog you out, seeing somebody disrespect you, seeing you hurt, left out, abandoned. This is somebody who developed and or carried narratives about you as a result of somebody basically betraying you. Okay? This person is now in that situation. This is somebody who downplays your strength, even though they admired you, even though they admired your strength, even though they was biting off who you are. Okay? Subtly copying you, suddenly trying to embody your essence, studying you. Like, why is it, what is it about you, okay, that has this person, a person who may currently be distraught about how things are with you guys? What is it about you? You got the 7 of Cups here and the 8 of Swords, but let's shuffle this up a little. So, again, the download is, it's your turn. Tag, you're it. This is somebody who wanted your spot, wanted to replace you so bad. Okay, wanted to prove that it was them. It's them. She's her. He's him. You get what I'm saying? And they're having to. This is giving Cinderella. Somebody try to walk in your shoes. Okay, and it could be hurting their feet. Somebody has to make walking in your shoes look as normal and comfortable as possible, or that's at least what they've been trying to do. But it's difficult. Okay, there could be something significant about Paluva shoes or the barefoot shoes. Okay, some of you guys may have already invested in that. You could be being guided to invest in that. Okay. Yeah, something about you being thoroughly restored. And what I mean by that is, how there's a lot of things that's created in our culture that actually works against the natural posture and, how our bodies are actually made. Like shoes, like a lot of shoes are not really made for our feet. You know what I'm saying? And if anything, they can cause or lead to more health issues, postural imbalances and stuff like that. Okay. Now, something that I talk about a lot is it don't matter what kind of energy, you're being met with, whatever cards you're being dealt, whatever type of energy, plots, intentions that somebody's projecting onto you. It's about what you do with the energy, how you utilize the energy, how you apply the energy. So with the death card here, if somebody projects death in your life with the intentions for that to end something for you, with you being in charge of your life or remaining in control of yourself, you can simply just take that energy and alchemize it towards things in your life that you actually do want to end, things that you do want to heal, release. This could be bad habits. This could be behavioral challenges, such as like people pleasing for some people. Okay, this could be barriers, obvious barriers in life. Let's say, and here's what's so delusional about these people who don't understand what they're doing when they play around with roots and witchcraft and Santeria and all this stuff, right? With the Seven of Cups and the Fool card. Now, think about how contradicting it is to project blockages on somebody's path, right? But also send them death magic at the same time. Huh? Like, really think about that, because you can use, with the Chariot card, you can use that death magic towards the blockages, okay? Or to rid the blockages, right? Confirmation with the Sun card and the Devil and the King of Wands. Okay, it's about how do you harness and apply your power. Okay. But anyway, so definitely having to get a better understanding. Now, it's up to them if they process that as understanding and knowledge and wisdom, right? But being put in position to see how that stuff feels, to have people gang up on you, to have people lie on you, or to blend truths with lies, to weaponize against you. Okay, see how it feels to be left hanging. Okay, for somebody to plan with you and then leave you hanging. Somebody, there was something about plans. Okay, somebody canceled on somebody at the last minute. Okay, this could have been somebody that encouraged or they felt empowered when they witnessed or heard about somebody doing this to you. Okay, so One thing about it, if somebody has been trying to say that you're the fraud, you're the copycat, and they're the real deal, they're realizing by being put in similar situations as what they've witnessed or participated in orchestrating for you to experience, they're realizing they are far from you. They are nothing like you. Nothing like you. These are people who are realizing how weak they truly are, okay? Or people who have been in denial, people who have been trying to mask their weakness, okay? Their insecurities, their low self-esteem. You got the Queen of Swords here and the Magician card. Oh my God. Okay. Let's pull index cards really quick on that particular download. See what come out. Okay. Yeah, this was definitely someone who is getting some type of confidence or ego boost off you being mistreated in a situation. There's definitely something significant about people orchestrating chaos in your life out of jealousy and envy of how spiritually or how advanced you are when it comes to standing up for yourself or standing on your own instead of being codependent or having to orchestrate, lies and false allegations and false accusations in order to feel powerful. Okay, or people who wanted to create obstacles and obstructions in your path because they're jealous of your freedom when it comes to what you do for work, when it comes to a certain lifestyle that you have, okay? A lifestyle that you were able to access because of your connection with the divine. This will also be people who feel some type of way about how you navigate through betrayal. Okay, maybe these are people who ain't no maybe. These are people who basically became consumed with the betrayals that they've experienced, and like the energy I was recently picking up on earlier today. um and it's a lot of that going on in social media right now about people whom someone came in and quote unquote wrecked their home, and instead of seeing rejection as protection and just doing the inner work to heal, doing their shadow work, striving for a better understanding that, hey, you're going to reap the seeds that you've sown. If you've shown up as loving and loyal and faithful and all of that, then just be patient with the process. Like, you're going to reap that back, okay? But instead of doing that, they chose to become their persecutors. They chose, or the perpetrators, they chose to become home wreckers to other people's lives, to seek vengeance on their own, or in that manner where it's like it's that instant gratification, it's false gratification, because it may seem like the thrill of it, the taboo of wrecking someone else's home, it may quote unquote seem liberating in the moment, but in actuality, the reality is you're sowing seeds that are only going to create ruin and destruction in your own life. So it's one thing for people to hurt us by their own doing, by their own means, and us having to navigate through that hurt. That's already painful enough. But at least if you do what's right and show up, in the name of like justice and, being balanced and fair, at least you have that cushion. You get what I'm saying? At least, you, Lord have mercy, opposed to you sowing seeds yourself directly, that not only do you have to navigate through the pain somebody caused for you in your life, but you have to navigate through that, and you have to navigate through the karma the bad karma that you're going to have to reap because you want to be a home wrecker now because somebody wrecked your home. Yeah, nah, like, yeah. So believe it or not, people be envious and jealous of that, like, because that's a different kind of strength, okay? hmm I wonder why this card would be coming out right now on this energy. Hmm. Okay, so the download that we're pulling these cards on is about somebody who they're getting stood up now. Um, their calls are getting rejected. They're being left on red. They're being mocked, okay, with, in a friend group or in a community. They're being talked about. There's people moving in the shadows in regards to them, blending truth with lies or just telling the truth about. And see, it hit different because this is somebody who was sinister and conniving. That's not what you was. That's not what you ever was. So it hit different because this is somebody who felt powerful for being demonic. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, and so they're more susceptible. They don't have an armor. They don't have that armor of God. You get what I'm saying? So unlike these people who were attacking you when you were innocent in the situation, they weren't able to penetrate your energy field because you know how to transmute energy. Okay? You've been ascending by sticking with God, okay? Seeing things from a higher perspective. The reason why they even attacking you in the first place, you 10 steps ahead. You have the wisdom of why they're even doing that, right? So that causes you to move differently. That causes you to move more calculated. Like you playing chess. Get what I'm saying? But somebody was already somebody was already lowballing, somebody was already like hitting below the belt, like this is their territory. The sunken place is their territory, quote unquote. You get what I'm saying? So imagine you being this person. And now already being in the sunken place. Somebody who was already in the sunken place, okay? hmm You know what it's giving? Somebody who's in the sunken place trying to mask and cloak themselves with your essence, okay? You being a light being, right? You being anointed. And so amongst the others in the sunken place, you appear, or they appear to be brighter. You get what I'm saying? But more than likely, they've been connected with other people who do the same shit, wearing masks and costumes. Like, every day is Halloween for them. Every day. But the point is, collective is like the leopard in this situation. Like, you can take your food, you can take your cups and go to the highest, climb the tree. Lions can't climb trees. Not that I know of. I have to do my research, but I don't think lions can climb. But for so high, you know what I'm saying? Hyenas can't climb trees. And in the animal kingdom, there is a history of hyenas and lions trying to steal food from leopards. The food that they've went out for themselves and harvested. You know what I'm saying? They try to fight them for what's theirs that they've gained fairly and rightfully. You know what I'm saying? But the advantage that they have is that leopards can climb trees and they have the strength to be able to carry a whole antelope up the top of a fucking tree. And rest and chill and sleep in the tree with their babies and eat well. You feel me? I mean, so the hyenas, they try. They may even wait for the leopard to come down or hoping that the leopard will fall. But they tire themselves out. They get exhausted because, you feel me? Now they hungry because they sitting around waiting for the leopard to drop crumbs and shit. You feel me? But they hungry. That ain't enough. So they don't have no choice but to go on the level that they on and try to find some prey. So this is giving there's no loyalty amongst thieves. This is giving these people consuming one another because they can't consume you. They can't get to the level that you're on to consume you, or they're unable to pull you down to their level to feed upon you. So this was somebody who was leading the pack. Okay? There's something about somebody falling very weak. Okay? I can't think of the levels in a wolf pack. Some of you guys, I'm sure you know. I think it's like the alpha, the beta, and there's another one. I think that's lower than the beta. I don't know. But somebody's the weakest link right now. Somebody's the weakest link amongst a group or some shit. And yeah, these people is giving that. Yeah, this person could be being sacrificed. Okay. It's something about it's something about this person possibly leading people to a demise, okay, or putting them in a compromising position and them turning against them as a result. This could have been that energy of they was already hungry, they was promised this, they was promised that, especially with this card that came out. They can't pay them back and they panicking because that card came out too. I think I seen that card. Yep, it's right here on the desk. Can't pay them back and they panicking. So again, this could have something to do with that family feud energy. Okay, or this could be a group of people, friends, community that's like family, or they move like they family. This could be y'all family, this could be somebody else's family, but motherfuckers is feuding right now. Okay? And mind you, I don't even know what song that is when Jay-Z says that. Nobody wins with a family feuds. And I just keep hearing, I've been hearing it for like the past 2 to 3 days out of nowhere. Like this nigga is like calling me, nobody wins when a family feuds. Like what the fuck? And I don't know no other lyric from the shit. Like, you got homicidal ideation, y'all. Oh my God. So somebody's contemplating homicide, or this is somebody who is indulging in some type of homicidal ideation towards you. This is somebody who wanted something to happen to you, or somebody who organized or orchestrated or paid or plotted for something to happen to you, for you to experience a significant death at their hands, okay? Or at their call, their demand. And now they can't pay these people back or pay somebody back. Or they can't pay back this karmic debt. And they're panicking. With this, it's only up from here. It's also giving like interest. Like some type of interest being added. Like, what? Oh, shit. Oh, God. Dropping cards. Yo. Okay. Somebody paid for some type of emotional neglect, abandonment induced by witchcraft. Somebody's paying by experiencing I heard severe emotional neglect and abandonment. Because this is what they was trying to orchestrate in your life, okay? The jackpot, this is how something's going to be paid. There could be somebody could be overindulging or drinking. Somebody could be suicidal. Okay, you got stomach pumped. Somebody may have to get their stomach pumped. And now you got mission complete. See? Motherfuckers is losing sleep. It says thought they will win that person. No, thought they will win with that person. But they're experiencing an epic loss. And somebody's crashing out. This crash out was inevitable, like, because these people were trying to, this is somebody who was trying to manifest for you to crash out due to some type of emotional neglect or abandonment. They couldn't complete that mission though. But the mission is The mission was definitely put out there, meaning it was going to have to complete itself. And since they couldn't complete this with you, it's completing within their own lives. These are people who plotted and orchestrated missions, okay? Unprovoked. Unprovoked missions on your life. Somebody who's innocent. Somebody who ain't do nothing to them, bro. There's something significant about you telling the truth in a situation about what somebody did, what these people did, what these people was plotting. You speaking up, you telling the truth, and you coming out of a situation unscathed. Definitely not coming out the way that these people intended for you to come out of the situation. They had every intent to kill something for you, end something in your life. Okay? This could even be your courage and your bravery, like your confidence. That could literally, like, that's what I'm getting. Like, this strong will energy. They wanted to kill the strong will energy within you. This ability to keep going, like this drive, this ambition, like this self-governance, like there's something about you self-governing yourself, okay? There's something about sovereignty. There's something about this one-man band energy, this lone wolf energy. You could be somebody, you do great with others, with working with others. You could even be somebody whom you don't mind, working in the background type shit to get the job done collectively. You don't mind, being behind the camera on the goddamn movie production. Okay? Like, there's something about you being very versatile and dynamic with your energy. Like with this jackpot energy, this could be somebody who kind of good at a little bit of different things. You get what I'm saying? Like you good at different things, so you don't mind being in the front, right? Being in the spotlight or being behind the scenes, but you gonna make something shake type shit. Okay? This is somebody who was so desperate, like, to be in the spotlight, bro. Or so desperate to, quote unquote, have you be overlooked or in the shadows, or I don't know, something like that. But they didn't realize that either or is your comfort zone. Like, you're comfortable in either place. You're comfortable in the light or the dark because your anointing is from within. Meaning that moon, you're that moon energy in the nighttime. You're the stars in the nighttime. Okay? So you're comfortable. You can be comfortable in the dark. You can be comfortable in the shadows behind the scenes because it's not fully dark for you. Okay? You are that light. God is your light. God is your guide. Right? You got to go off, sis, bro. There could definitely be this energy of dismissive energy. This somebody who wanted you to be dismissed. Okay, when you was pleading your cause or trying to get someone to be reasonable, to be fair, rational with you. Okay? This somebody who is intentionally trying to fuel the energy, okay? Gaslight you. There's somebody who was trying to siphon your energy by getting in some type of argument, some type of debate. Okay? Where you was trying to prove yourself or prove the truth, and they was intentionally being condescending to the truth. They knew what the truth was. But they was intentionally being condescending, denying, rejecting, deflecting the truth just so you can crank your engines a little bit harder. Okay? So they can feed and harvest and harness off their energy. Yep. But there's something about you just being very, like, withdrawn. Because the mission is complete. The mission is complete. Yeah. Alright, so we got they came to slay you, not realizing God sent you to slay them. Now, I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Okay. They came to slay you, not realizing God sent you to slay them. A lot of these situations, Yes, this is why they were unprovoked. These people rising up against you, teaming up, working against you, and going so hard to take you out, to take you down, bro. Do you believe how brave and courageous you are now? Do you believe that demons and angels are real now? Even if you felt like you did believe, like, do you really know now that demons are real? That evil is real. You've seen it firsthand. You've looked it in the eye. You've faced it time and time again. And the thing is, what was so triggering to these people moving out of this demonic energy, and you literally did nothing to them to deserve this shit, is how fierce, bold, courageous is the fear that you put in their souls, in their hearts. The fact that you caused them to tremble in your presence at the thought of the consequence, at the thought of what is God going to do? What is this person going to do? And I'm telling you, these are people who wanted you to look monstrous. They was trying to provoke reactions out of you that they could use to further weaponize against you with this same idea, right? To cause some type of significant ending from you or for you. Something about you that was triggering their insecurities, making them feel even more insecure, triggering their low self-esteem, lowering their self-esteem even more. They just needed to put that out. There's something about you that makes these people, who they really are, undeniable. They can't hide, they can't escape the truths of who they are. Yeah. I don't know why I'm hearing don't take it personal. Or you guys learn not to take it personal, because it's literally just the battle between good and evil, divinity and evil. It's really that simple. So, no matter the reasons of why you were guided, wherever you were guided at any time in your life, and it seemed like people that you did not provoke, you was just genuinely kind, try to be understanding, try to be patient, try to be compassionate, considerate, and not even try to be, you was because it's just who you are. And it just seems like this pissed them off even more. This provoked them even more. They just had to go harder. They had to go harder. And I'm telling you, that is why. That is why. Okay? That is why they came to slay you. Okay? And even though they may not have realized then that God sent you to slay them, but they realize it now. They realize it now. Yeah. I really felt like I had more downloads. But maybe this is where we should close it out tonight. It says they are blocked from all points of access. There's definitely people who can't escape some type of consequences okay, of their actions, who may be trying to escape by other unnatural means, trying to escape their reality, okay, whether that's through medication, substances, one another, okay, pleasure, entertainment, but none of it is suffice. Like none of it suffice. None of it is fulfilling. Like that same temporary instant gratification shit that they've grown accustomed to. It's the same shit. It's inescapable, bro. Not by them trying to keep. Not by them trying to avoid doing what's right in the situation. That's the thing. Like the arrogance. It's the delusion of thinking that their arrogance, them standing on deception, it's the delusion that they feel like they're robbing you of something. They feel like they're hurting you even more, harming you even more, the longer they go upholding a lie. The longer they go creating confusion and illusions, the harder they try to create chaos and disrupt your life and interrupt your peace. They are being puppeted. They're not driving the vehicle. Let's just say that. And they're being driven to their own self-destruction day by day. Day by day. Y'all, some of these people, they can't sleep until they literally are exhausted. Like, I'm saying, like, heavy emphasis on insomnia energy, like, meaning, like, just staying up and staying up and staying up and staying up until you stayed up so long that your body is finally tired enough to go to sleep. And even when they go to sleep, they being haunted. Sleep being interrupted. Seeing things as you see them now. Somebody is seeing things as you see them now. And this is probably these people that feel trapped. Look, they feel trapped. Yep. There's something significant about somebody who's having flashbacks of you. Okay. Somebody could be sending others, okay, to probe for info on you. Yeah. Yep. I'm telling you, you got one-man band. There's some karmic feminines or feminine energies that are now turning against each other. Whoever these people were that was probing for info on you, sending others to do their dirty work so they can appear innocent. Yeah. Yep. All right, you guys. I'm just gonna pull tarot really quick on y'all's energy right now, and then we're gonna close out. We got the Four of Wands and the Temperaments and the Devil. You got the Ace of Pentacles. Let's clarify this Devil energy. Heavy emphasis on Capricorn. You got the Death card right on the Devil. Ain't that something? And the Chariot. I'm hearing Nicki Minaj. You got me wrong. You be sitting by the bar when it's your song. You can act like you don't like it, but you do. You do. I'm telling you, man, it's given. When you think about a DJ, Even Lucifer, bro. Like, how people are able to control the energy, shake the energy, shape the energy with music. How people can be influenced. Music is a strong influence, okay? Music can even be a stronghold, okay? This is somebody who thought they had a strong hold in a situation over you, over some people to do their dirty work, or they thought they had some type of advantage, okay? Whatever this song was that they was singing about you, it's falling on deaf ears. You put a deaf to it. By you maintaining some type of balance here, inner balance, with this temperament energy, are you tempering your emotions? Okay? You not being reactive in the manner that they wanted you to be. You not allowing them to control and dictate your energy, your emotions. I'm telling you, these are people who wanted to hijack you. Okay? Imagine it. They lack skill and don't even have the proper vision of what it takes to dictate themselves, drive their own vehicles, maintain the upkeep of their own fucking houses. And I'm talking about their bodies, their vessels, and the audacity to think they could just hijack your body, hijack your mind, and run shit as if they're God. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? People who wanted to deem you as unhealthy, who don't even take care of themselves. All they've been manifesting within themselves is some type of unhealthy energy or behavior. Ain't that something? All because you stopped giving your energy, man. I'm telling you. Ace of Swords, this is the truth. Five of Pentacles. Yep. But alright, you guys. I'm gonna close out here. Alright, take care.